Today we're making fresh salsa, also called chimol in Latin America, as well as oil-free air-fried corn tortilla chips. Hi, I'm Tammy from the blog Nutmeg Notebook, where I teach people how to cook on a whole food plant-based diet. Today I'm really excited to share with you how to make a delicious fresh salsa. Now, my daughter and I first had it when her sister-in-law made it for us, and we were head over heels for it. It's so amazing. This is the perfect time of year to make it too, because you can get really good tomatoes that actually have flavor. In Latin America, they call this chimol, and it is delicious. So we're going to get started. Let me tell you about the ingredients. Now, I have to tell you, I'm not going to give you specific amounts. I know, people really hate that. But this is really about personal preference and how much you want to make. So bear with me. So this is a package of Roma tomatoes. I'm going to use all 9 of them for this recipe. And they're really sweet right now and full of flavor, so it's the perfect time to make this. I have a red onion here. I did weigh it. It weighed about 11 ounces. Of course, we're going to peel it and cut it. And I may use all of it and I may not. I'm just going to see what it looks like once I get it all diced up. Then I have a jalapeno pepper. I'm going to cut it in half and take the membrane and the seeds out because I don't want it to be too spicy. But then again, it's personal preference. If you like it spicy, use a couple of jalapenos. Leave the seeds in if you want. If you don't like spicy, you can leave them out and it'll still taste absolutely delicious. And then we need fresh cilantro. Now this was a huge bunch of cilantro that I bought, and so this is about half of it. There again, use as much of it as you want or as little as you want. Then we're also going to use fresh juice. And here I have fresh lime and lemon juice. I kind of think that's the secret to why this tastes so good. It's the combination of both. I've never used lemon juice in my salsa before, but it's a great combination with the sweetness of the lime and then the more tart of the lemon. So I'm going to get these things started and I'm going to show you how it goes together. Okay, so I went ahead and peeled my onion. I cut the top and the bottom off, and I cut the onion in half, and it's big, and so then I cut it into quarters that you can see here. So now we're going to put it in the Vidalia chopper like this so that we'll get nice tiny little even squares. So we put it in like that, and if I was taller, this would be easier. There we go. And then we'll do this one. Well, that one's big. I'm going to do this one next. There we go. And now you can see these beautiful, tiny little chunks of onion, all nicely diced. So Tom, do you want to get in closer and get a good look at this? So you saw how nicely diced it is, all nice little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my bowl. I'm going to use quite a bit of it actually. I'm going to start with that amount. And I'll put the rest of this here because I kind of need to see how much my tomatoes looks like so I know if I'm going to use all of this or not. And I'm wearing gloves because I don't want to have onion juice and jalapeno juice all over my hands. And then for the tomatoes, I'm just going to cut off the end where the stem was, like that. And then I'm going to cut the tomato in half the long way. And we put it down like this and chop it. And we just do that and repeat with all of the tomatoes. Okay, the tomatoes are all done. And these were really juicy. So we're going to go ahead and add those in. And now I'm going to chop the jalapeno. And I've already cut the ends off. Get that out of my way. So now I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to use a little spoon just to scrape out the membrane and the seeds. But like I said, if you like it hot, you can certainly leave these in. And if you want more than one jalapeno, you can put more than one in as well. We like spicy, but we don't like really hot food. Okay, I'm gonna slip this back in. I'm gonna put that there. We'll do this one. There's the jalapeno, all nice and diced. Okay, and that's gonna go in our bowl. This is starting to smell really nice. Okay, set that aside, and then we have the cilantro to chop. So I'm just putting it in my Holland 15-inch bowl that I use for chopping my salads, and I like to use it for chopping my herbs. And then I just have the mezzaluna knife, and I'll just chop these up quickly. Okay, we're going to add the chopped cilantro to our salsa bowl. And now we want to add in some lemon and some lime juice. I set the lemons and the lime out earlier just to get them to room temperature so that I could get more juice from them. So you see how that works. And now some lime juice. And how many is really going to depend on how you like it and how much juice you can get from a lime. Like these are really juicy limes, but sometimes they're more on the dry side. I'm going to do one more half and then taste it. Oh, I do want the rest of that onion because the tomatoes, there's a lot of tomatoes here, and we do like the onion. So I'm going to put in the rest of that onion. Oh, it looks good. Okay, I'm going to be brave and use the spoon that I used on that jalapeno and just see if it needs more lime juice. Oh, it's very good. Okay, I do want a little more lime juice. Whoa, did you see that squirt? Okay, that should be about perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do a little cleanup here and get set up to show you how to make no oil tortilla chips in the Breville Smart Oven Air. So now we've got the salsa made, but we need some chips, right? And on an oil-free diet, what are you gonna use for chips? Well, you can't get any in the store that taste great, that are oil-free. So we've learned to make our own. We buy these at our Costco. These are organic corn tortillas, and we make these into chips. So it's a nice big bag, but you know, if you don't have a Costco where you live, just check your Whole Foods or your health food store or your regular grocery store to find some corn tortillas that don't have anything crazy added to them. So Tom has perfected this technique, and I'm filling in for him today so he can be behind the camera, but he has told me and shown me how he makes them. So he always starts with 5 tortillas, and we're just going to cut those in half with a nice sharp knife, and then we're going to cut those halves in half again, and then we're going to cut those quarters again, so we're going to end up with 1/8. And there we go. That was so easy. And now he also has a very specific way of putting them on the tray so that they all fit, and he doesn't have to figure it out each time because he's already made this technique. So I'll show you up here because I think you'll be able to see. He does 3 of them in the corner. Now this is the air frying rack that's out of the Breville, and we have an extra little liner in it, and I'll link to those for you down below to our Amazon link. These are little grill mats, and we've just found that they make cleanup so much easier on the Breville racks. Now the tortilla chips, they don't really make a mess or stick to the racks. They're pretty easy. So you see I'm just doing 3 of these in each corner like that, so they fit really well, and he's kind of figured out how to do it in order to get the most in. So then we do, did I do that right? Just 1 goes in there. Oh, and then these go this way. There we go. Now I've got it. There we go. And then we'll do these along the edge. We'll just fit in as many as we can here. And we only do 1 tray at a time, because if you do 2, at least in our experience, there's just way too much moisture in the Breville and they just don't come out. It's much more difficult to regulate. He probably has a little bit different method here. This is going to work better. There we go. Now I've gotten all of them on there. There's all 5 of them there. So we don't preheat the Breville to do the chips. In fact, most of the time we don't preheat the Breville when we're doing the air fryer. So it's set to 375 for 9 minutes. Now I will tell you that that works perfect for this particular brand, but these are a little bit thicker tortillas, so depending on the brand, you might have to change the temperature and you might have to change the time. So, and it also depends, like sometimes they're more moist. These are fairly dry, but if they're more moist, they'll make a lot of condensation inside the Breville, and you might need to open the door and just let a little bit of that condensation escape so that they'll get nice and crispy. So we already did a tray, so you wouldn't have to wait for us to do them. And this is how they turn out. And I like the ones that kind of puff up and are really, really crispy. But you can see, did you hear that? They get really crispy and we love them. So if we're going to a Mexican restaurant, I'll have Tom make up some tortilla chips for us so that we can take them, so we can enjoy the salsa, but we can have the delicious crispy chips. If I forget to have him do it ahead of time, then I'll just go ahead and take some corn tortillas with me, and I will just take the fresh corn tortillas and dip them in the salsa, and it works great. So you know, it's kind of fun to have chips with our salsa. So I just want to show you how pretty this is. And this is great for chips and salsa. You can use this on your tacos. This is fabulous for your burrito bowls. It's great for company. You can see this makes a ton. So if this is too much for you, you can make as little or as much as you want. And it'll keep for just, you know, well, it doesn't last more than a couple days at our house because we'll just go through it. Because it's wonderful on your chopped salad. If you make a chopped salad and then add some rice and some black beans and some green onions, and then top it with this Chimol or fresh salsa. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have the most amazing taco salad ever. So there you have it. We have no oil chips and Chimol or fresh salsa. Easy peasy and so delicious. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Also, next to the subscribe tab, click on that little bell and then you'll get notifications every time I have a new video going up. Also on Tuesdays, we do a live YouTube video that we call Tuesdays with Tammy and sometimes Tom, and we talk about different topics each week, or we show you different things about the kitchen or this lifestyle. So join us for that as well. Hop on over to the blog at nutmegnotebook.com and subscribe there. Subscribers get 2 exclusive recipes only for subscribers. So when you go over there, click on the subscribe and then peruse the blog. We have literally hundreds of recipes there that we have yet to make any videos for. There's just not enough time in the day. So thank you for watching. I'm Tammy, and I help you get healthy and stay healthy, one meal at a time.